Hi, welcome back. So in this video we'll be looking at variables in Go. There are two ways of declaring a variable in Go. First method is using var keyword and the next one will be using colon equal to operator. First let's look at var keyword. The syntax would look something like this. Var followed by a variable name, let's say I or any other meaningful name, and followed by variable type. It can be int, float, string, bool. Okay, now let's come to initialization part. You can see I haven't initialized any value to I yet, but let's try running the program and see if it throws any error or something gets printed. 0. So the point to note is that by default the values will be initialized to 0. If it is a string, that would be a null string. If it is a bool, the type will be false. You can see 0, a null string, and false. Now coming to exactly initializing a value which we want, I can do it this way, or I can go to the next line and assign some value to it. Let's run it. 10, hello, and false. You can use this declaration when you know that the type of the right hand side is the same you want the variable type to be. Yeah. Since the default type for an integer literal is int, the type of I will be int. You can also declare multiple variables on the same line. If it is of same type, you can go with int I j. Let's say I also want j to be int and I want the values to be 10 and 11. This declaration is valid. If you want to declare different type of variables on the same line, you can use something like var I s and I want I to be 10 and s to be hello. You can use something like this, which is valid. Let's just print it and see. Yep, it worked. If you want to use multi-line, if you want to declare them on the same line, you can go with assigning a value to f here on the right hand side, which will be false. There is something known as declaration list, which will be quite useful in this situation. So it looks something like this. I s and I want it to be 10 and now this will work. So that's it. And I want to talk about implicit and explicit type conversions. There is nothing as implicit type conversion in Go. In here, so you have a integer variable I which is 1, float j which is 2.1, and I'm trying to add these two variables and printing them. The code is successfully executed and you're getting 3.1. So internally what's happening is ji is implicitly converted to a float type. Now let's try the same thing in Go and let's see if it works or not. I will declare another variable j of type float and value will be 3.2. Now I will try to add them. So let's see the error. Invalid operation, mismatched types. We need to explicitly convert I to a float type for the addition to be successful. Now this will work. Let's print it. Done. 113.2. Now let's go to colon equal to declaration. The equivalent for the above line would be I colon equal to 10. That's it. Let's try to print it. One important point to note is that this operator can only be used within a function. You can't declare a variable in package scope. Let's say I want to declare a variable here, j, and this won't work. You can only use where in this situation. Now let's try printing j. No error. But if I do the same using this operator, syntax error, non-declared statement outside function body. I have already declared is10, but I'm trying to redeclare and reassign a value to it. Let's see if it works or not. Yes, it's working. If I try to do the same thing with where, will it work? Let's try it and see. We get an error. I is being redeclared in this block. Same as where, you can also declare variables on the same line. This is valid, and different types declaration is also valid. Yeah, this will be same like a where. So that's it for variables. In the coming video, let's talk about constants in Go. Thank you.